Good afternoon, guys and girls. Welcome to Disney Village Paris fans, or Disney Village fans if you're watching on YouTube. My name's Michael. I'm the creator of this group and the admin. Before we begin, I'd just like to give a few shout outs. I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Jay, to my friend Adele, to my new friend Mason, who's at Disneyland Paris at the moment. I hope you're having a really good time. Who else? Claire, Mel, Liz. Quite a few of you I'd like to give shout outs to. So what we're going to discuss today? Well, I thought we would discuss my favourite attractions at both of the parks. So let's begin at Walt Disney Studios, the park which is much less loved than the Disneyland park next door. Well, before we begin, let's discuss Walt Disney Studios. As we know, it's a park about the beauty of the making of film. The history of film as well, that's what it's all about. And I personally love the park because I'm a massive film buff, so it really appeals to me. Yeah, the theming's not as good as the Disneyland park, but it's still a pretty decent park, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, my top 5 attractions at Walt Disney Studios. Well, number 5 is Motors Action Stunt Show Spectacular. As the name suggests, it's a stunt show featuring cars. What more could you want? Nah, it is really cool. I mean, some of the stunts they do are just amazing, and some of the stuntmen in the show have actually been used in a lot of films, so they definitely know their stuff. And it's always a good show to watch. It lasts for I don't know, about 45 minutes or so. But yeah, it's really good. And I love the music. It's always in my head. You know, it goes dun 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 dun. I don't know. I always get that music in my head. But yeah, I really love that. I think it's really cool. Number 4 is Crush's Coaster. Yeah, dude, Crush. Now, I love Crush's Coaster. It's one of them coasters where the actual vehicle spins around as you're going around the track. And I think it's so cool. You get such a thrill out of it. But the theme inside the coaster is really good too, because obviously it's based on the story of Finding Nemo. And you sit in like it's like you're sitting on top of a turtle, just swimming around the sea. It's just fantastic. I get more thrill out of that than I do a lot of the coasters in Disneyland Park, actually, to be honest. Oh, the music playing, by the way, is one of my film loops which I've made myself. It's just like my tribute to Walt Disney Studios, because as I'm sure some of you will know, they play a lot of film music at the front of the park. So I made my own version of that. But yeah, Crush's Coaster at number 4. That is a really big favourite of mine. Okay, number 3, Ratatouille. I'm not going to say the full name because I can't pronounce it in French properly. But Ratatouille is just amazing. It was one of the best things that they could have done to Walt Disney Studios Park, because they really needed a new attraction, and Ratatouille just blew everyone away, to be honest. It's like a for those of you that haven't been on it, it's like a simulator, but it's not on the track. It's like a motionless simulator. It goes through all different scenes from Ratatouille. Sorry, the world of Ratatouille. It's like you're a mouse, you know, going under the tables and going through the sewers. That sort of thing. It's really good fun. It's quite fast as well. But it's actually one of the only attractions which I've ever been on which is broken down. That was very strange, getting off of that ride, walking around some of the sets. But that was really good fun. But yeah, that's my number 3 most favourite attraction at Walt Disney Studios. Number 2 is a big one. It's the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Now, I love coasters and I love rock music, especially Aerosmith, so it's a win-win. What could be better? A roller coaster with rock music buzzing in your ears. It's just fantastic. And I love it. Like you know, you're going around on the coaster and you're listening to songs like "Dude Looks Like a Lady," "Loving an Elevator." You know, it's just so cool. I mean, I think Aerosmith were a really good choice actually for that ride. But it's really good. I have heard rumours that they might be changing the ride slightly. They might be adding a different band instead of Aerosmith. And I hope they don't change it, because I think it works as it is. Yeah, the Rock and Roller Coaster, I love it. It's definitely my favourite roller coaster at Disneyland Paris. Out of both parks, it's definitely the best. Okay, so my number 1 most favourite attraction at Walt Disney Studios. It's got to be none other than Cinemagique. Oh, I absolutely love Cinemagique. I've gone on about it before, but it's just the best. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. As a film fan, it's just perfect. I mean, it's not. Sadly, it's no longer running. It's recently closed. Only was it last week or the week before? But Cinemagique, basically, there was a man in the audience. He gets up on the stage. He's on his phone, and all of a sudden he's transported into the screen. And once he's on screen, he's played by the actor Martin Short. But he's getting chased by someone on screen, but he goes for all different film scenes, like you see old Laurel and Hardy films, and he's interacting with them. He's in the land of Wild West films, like Once Upon a Time in the West. And then he's in Star Wars, Titanic. It's just really good how they blend like new actors into old scenes. It's really clever. And like I said, as a film fan, you know, a really big film buff, it's just fantastic. It's such a nice story as well. It's just so good for the park, because like I said, Walt Disney Studios is all about the history and the making of film. And Cinemagic has so many different films, you know, like from the past, present and future. So many different things in it. But sadly it's going to be, well, it's closed now for good. Absolutely gutted. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that they might bring it back in the future, but who knows. You never know, Disney. Although sadly I've heard they're going to turn it into a Marvel show, which is quite disappointing in my view, because I'm not a big Marvel fan, but it might turn into something good, so who knows. Okay, yes, that was my number one most favourite attraction at Walt Disney Studios. Obviously, currently my number one will be Rock and Roller Coaster, because obviously Cinemagic is no longer there. Okay, so should we talk about Disneyland Park, my favourite attractions there? Okay, number 5 is Big Thunder Mountain. I know it's recently had a refurb, but as you can, if you haven't been on it, Big Thunder Mountain basically says what it is. It's a roller coaster going around a big mountain, like you're in the mines. Well, I suppose it's like you're on a minecart, really. But it's a good thrill, and it's so unique in Disneyland Paris too, because it's situated actually on the lake. It's the only one around the world, all the Disney parks, which is actually on a lake. It's really, really clever. The theming is fantastic. Number 4, my favourite attractions at Disneyland Park, is Space Mountain Mission 2. Now, I know it's just been changed to Hyperspace Mountain. I don't think it's opened yet. Obviously, Hyperspace Mountain, that's like a Star Wars themed version of Space Mountain. But Mission 2, Space Mountain Mission 2, that is a really, really good ride. It's also the only Space Mountain around the world, as far as I was aware, which has loops on it and inversions. Is that the right word, inversions? I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, I do love it. The only thing, my problem with Space Mountain 2, is that it really bashes your head when you're going around. But I think they've added new cars to it for when it reopens as Hyperspace Mountain, so that should be a bit better. My number 3 most favourite attraction at Disneyland Park is, my shirt says, Star Wars. Or sorry, Star Tours. Obviously Star Tours is based on the world of Star Wars. It's like you're going on a little tour around the galaxy. You're led by this little robot called Rex. And being in the world of Star Wars, it doesn't go to plan. And you're chased by Darth Vader and things like that. It's so good. As a massive Star Wars geek, you know, I just love it. But I know Star Tours has just been redone as Star Tours The Adventure Continues, which has over 70 different versions of the ride. So I'm looking forward to doing that when I go in June. I can't wait for that. Okay, we're almost there. Number 1 in a minute. But number 2 on my most favourite attraction at Disneyland Park is Phantom Manor. Oh, nah, Phantom Manor is just stunning. Yeah, that is the right word for it, stunning. It's creepy, but it's stunning. It's obviously it's Paris's version of the Haunted Mansion, but it's without doubt the best one around the world in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I've not been to all of them around the world. I've only ever been to Florida and Paris, but Phantom Man is just, it's just incredible. Theming outside, I mean, the look of the building is absolutely stunning. Yeah, I mean, it looks old and decrepit, but that's the whole point of the story of the ride, you know, old haunted house. But it's just so good. I mean, it is quite scary in parts, but it's not too scary because, you know, they don't want to terrify the little ones. Although some of them do come off crying, of course. Mind you saying, I've seen a couple of adults come off crying. Phantom Man, it is incredible. I love it. Okay, number one. If you haven't already guessed it, it's yo ho, pirate's life for me. Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, I've always loved Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, even before the films came out, I knew the ride. It amazes me these days that some people think the films came before the ride. But well, again, just like some of the rides I've already discussed, Pirates of the Caribbean is currently going for a makeover, so it can incorporate Jack Sparrow from the films into the ride and a few other elements. But I'm basing it as my number one on, you know, riding the original ride. It's so much better than the Florida ride, and I can't really pick out why. I just think there's a couple more elements to it. It's more original, or it was more original. It's just lovely, you know. You sit down in the boat, you go through all the different pirate scenes. It's just fantastic. It's a really stunning ride. But yeah, so that's my top 5 attractions at both parks. Thank you for watching. I might do a future vlog about the rides in more detail. This is quite a quick one today because I'm going to work in a couple of hours time, so I had to make it quick. And my internet was down last night, so it went a bit pear-shaped last night when I tried to make a vlog. But hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, goodbye.